Hello, my name is Kelly. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the Panic Tag, which was an original tag by Pax Panic. I love her poetry readings she does on her channel, and I was tagged by my fabulous fellow middle grade fantasy loving friend, Chatty the Mad Chatter. Please support Chatty's channel too, and let's get going with the prompts. The first one is Arachnophobia, fear of spiders. Name a book with a ton of characters. Well, I'm going to go with a third book in the Dark Artifices series by Cassandra, Clare, and that is the Queen of Air and Darkness. And there were so many characters and so many side plots and so many romances. You're trying to keep who's with who straight, and I loved it. I actually do like a lot of characters in a book if it's done right. Next, Coulrophobia, fear of clowns. Name a book with a ridiculous, funny scene. I am currently reading Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and that definitely has some funny scenes in it. I don't want to ruin anything, but it's about two dudes going through the galaxy, and there's definitely some ridiculousness and some funniness with this story. So I would recommend it if you need a good laugh, nothing too heavy, even though some, I guess, would be very heavy stuff happens. It is not presented as such. The next prompt, Acrophobia, fear of heights. Name a book that changed your view. I'm going to say Killers of the Flower Moon, which is a nonfiction book by David Grann, and it just heartbreaking story of how Native Americans in my home state were, there was oil on their land, and there was systematic killing off of them, and it was kind of a big secret for many years, and until I read it, I had no idea that it happened here. So it just completely changed my perspective and showed me things that I sadly had not learned. Not often is it in the history books. So next, Trypophobia, fear of holes. Name a book with a plot hole. Harry Potter by J.K. Rowling, clearly. So there's thestrals in the book where when you see thestrals, it means you've had grief and loss and you've had someone in your life die. Well, Harry doesn't see the thestrals until I think it's Half-Blood Prince, after he, I don't want to ruin, if you haven't read Harry Potter, after he experiences a loss, and he clearly, the big concept of the book, without getting too spoiler in case there's some of you who have not read it yet, is that he had a big loss as an infant. And why would he, and it still plagues him. He has thoughts about it and hears voices about that thing, and he still does not see the thestrals. They're creatures that you only see when you have grief. So, but he had loss. So I don't know why he didn't see it in Sorcerer's Stone, the first book. All right. Mysophobia, fear of germs. Name a book with the best symptoms, infection. I would go with Station 11 on that one. That book, oh my goodness, it was about a pandemic that took out a lot of people. But it wasn't just about that. It was about the interconnectedness of us through relationships and time in our lives, but it was also about holding on to what you can in disaster. They have a Shakespearean theater company in this world that is devastated, has nothing. They're doing Shakespeare, which I thought was just so great. All right, next, Astraphobia, fear of lightning, thunder. Name a book that hits you hard. Well, this is a beautiful book that I recommend everyone read, but it is The Hiding Place by Corrie ten Boom. And Corrie ten Boom in real life, this is a nonfiction story about her. She hid Jews so that they were not taken away to concentration camps. And she was eventually found out with her sister and taken to a concentration camp. And there's the whole thing just eye-opening and hits you hard because, just a real story. But also what hits me hard is there is a scene where she was exposed to someone with gangrene. And for some reason, that scene has traumatized me for many years. All right. Enochlophobia. I did read that last one when I was a child though. So, that might be why gangrene specifically irked me then. I might not hit me so hard now as an adult. Enochlophobia, fear of crowds. Name a book with a place, group of people you hated. Well, I'm going to say Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Alston. And this is a middle grade fantasy. And sweet Amari is targeted at the very beginning. She's treated badly later, but because of her skills, magical skills, but she's targeted at the very beginning and treated meanly because she is African American. And oh my goodness, the mean girl and her friends just made me nuts. So that ends this tag. Thank you so much for watching. I am going to tag some people. I'm going to do a little research and see who's done it and who hasn't, and I will be back to let you know. Okay, a little quick search of who's done this and not. I think I'm going to tag Reading with Tatiana, one of my favorite reviewers on BookTube, and Nathan from the Bookish Gnome. I hope you guys want to do it. If not, that's okay. No pressure. And take care, everyone. I hope you read a lot. Bye-bye.